But first, let's listen into the Indian captain now. He's been there for some time now. They were part of the IPL. They've played in Abu Dhabi. They've played in Dubai. What are the conditions going to be like? Let's listen in to Virat Kohli.
It's very important for us to keep focused on that because, a game like this, there's such unnecessary stuff from a professional point of view happening on the outside that it's fine. It's fine as long as that stays outside, our controlled environment, and we just focus on what we need to do as cricketers. And hence, I always maintain that for me, it's never been different to any other game of cricket that we play. Yes, the atmosphere in the stadium is different. I think the due factor is becoming prominent as we head into this time of the year in Dubai, and that is also going to help the pitches play much better. I presume Abu Dhabi and Dubai are going to be probably the best pitches out of all the venues, and Sharjah more or less, will stay true to its true nature, which is slow and low, and I don't see many high scoring unless dew becomes such a massive factor there as well. But yeah, wickets I feel are going to be much better in this tournament.
2 points to pick from that Virat Kohli press conference. Once he says that I can't understand all this outside noise, but whatever it is, they try to keep it out and concentrate on the game on hand. The other bit, which is very interesting, he talks about the pitches there, conditions there. Harbhajan, I'll take that question to you. Virat talking about Abu Dhabi and Dubai, saying the conditions may be slightly better, and we saw evidence of that in the IPL as well. In that latter half of the second leg of the IPL, the pitches got a bit better for batting. If that were to be the case, which team benefits more between India and Pakistan if pitches return to the kind of pitches that we saw in IPL 2020?
I think, Nikhil, let me just tell you, during the IPL, they didn't use the middle wickets. Center wickets were not used at all. So they kept them fresh. They kept them intact so that they can use these pitches for the World Cup. And the final we played against Chennai Super King versus Calcutta Knight Rider. I was part of the Calcutta Knight Rider. It was a beautiful wicket to bat on. Obviously, you saw, Chennai Super King scored 190 odd runs, and we ended up almost scoring 170. So pitches are going to be good, especially in Abu Dhabi and Dubai, because those two venues will give you a lot of runs. But yes, coming to Sharjah, teams will have better spinners, will have better bowlers who have a lot of variations, can come into the game, and even 140 could be a winning score in Sharjah. But in Abu Dhabi and in Dubai, it'll be a different scenario. 180, 170 sort of score. You'll have to get on the board, and of course, then you'll have to defend that. And if the dew comes, it's going to become even more difficult. But let me tell you, during this final of the IPL, there wasn't any dew because they sprayed the whole ground. So I'm sure they're going to do the same. So dew shouldn't be a factor, for any team, chasing or bowling second. So I think they're going to look after that sort of aspect, that there shouldn't be any sort of dew, coming in, and they get to play a fair game of cricket. So so we're going to expect some good pitches in Sharjah and Dubai and Abu Dhabi, but not too good in Sharjah.
Okay, that's a brilliant perspective from Harbhajan Singh. See, that's what you get when you have a panelist who's currently playing active cricket like Harbhajan was in the IPL, and we get to know what kind of pitches were being used. And I'll take that point to Wasim Akram as well. Wasim bhai, one thing that Harbhajan points out, very interesting, and we saw this trend in the IPL, that if you were chasing 9 times out of 10, you ended up winning the game. But we saw that trend change towards the end, where Chennai Super Kings batted first, won, because those good pitches have now come into play. Does that take that toss out of the equation that we saw so heavily biased during the IPL?
Yeah, I agree with Ajit that dew factor will be there. But what I have also seen in July, we played PSL in Abu Dhabi. There was a lot of dew, even with the spray on the ground before the game. There was a lot of dew, but I saw the ball was seaming as well, and then and turning as well. So that shows that dew might not be as a bigger factor as it would be in the past. And coming back to wickets of Abu Dhabi, we're just watching this game today. South Africa versus Australia, the first game of T20 World Cup in Abu Dhabi. It looks a lively pitch. South Africa got 120 and chasing, I think
Right.
they are about 70 odd for 3. So, and the Sharjah wicket is a different wicket.
Right.
Some things don't change, and that Sharjah wicket is one of them. It
Right.
is still there, exactly the same, but was it from 30 years ago. So the fast bowlers are more difficult to play on Sharjah wicket,
Right.
because the ball will turn, I understand, it'll grip, I understand, but fast bowlers, if you all
Right.